Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Quintessentials podcast. I'm your host, as always, Jonathan. And today we got another episode for you, episode 2 of our podcast with your boy, Dom. And basically, we start off talking about just movies and our love for movies. And then we transitioned into boxing. And then Dom kind of shares a little bit about his experience talking to, or meeting at least, Kevin Hart. And so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Quintessentials podcast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody get up. It's time to slam down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Quintessentials podcast, where we talk about stories that define us. I'm your host, Jonathan, aka JP, and of course, we got our other co-host here. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Dom to you, coming live or pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded.
But it feels live because it isn't edited in a way.
Kinda, not really.
Kinda, exactly. So what's going on, guys? How are you guys?
Oh, you talking me? I thought you said.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Because you
I
said
was gonna say how are
guys.
you people? Exactly. But how are you guys doing?
No, I'm chilling, man. I've been, like I said earlier, before we started the recording, I've been just working, been chilling. It's been just regular schmegular. How about you, bro? What's new?
Yeah, man. I've been working too. Actually, yeah, this past weekend too. I worked, and interestingly, there's a project that's gonna be coming out. I don't know when it's gonna be coming out, but we are pre-production right
Oh,
now.
that's
So
dope.
for a short film. Speaking of films,
Okay,
I
we're
want to
jumping
I
into
want to
it. All right.
segue to it. Yeah. Because I know that well, I hope everybody's well and whatnot. Here in Montreal, I know it's different there in Alberta, but man, you were singing the tune to Space Jam. Speaking of
Of
Space
course,
Jam, did
man.
you see the trailer? Was
Bro.
because as 90s kids, 2000 teenagers,
Yeah.
we have witnessed the first movie Space Jam with the goat Michael Jordan.
For sure. So what I
Yeah, for
think
those
about
who
it,
saw the
man?
trailer, what did you think about the trailer, man?
Yo, honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie. Because what? Like, it's been like a couple years now since they've been trying to rumor that like Space Jam with LeBron James is gonna come out, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be cool. But bro, when
Right.
the trailer dropped, and this was like what, a couple weeks ago, man.
Raw.
Like, I remember I was just like, this is crazy. This is sick. Just because like all the Easter eggs in the background, like we don't know much about the story yet, obviously, because
Hmm.
like it's still just a trailer. But man, I'm hyped. Like I know it's gonna, because like you gotta understand, man, when it comes to like movies like this, because like let's be honest, Space Jam with Michael Jordan wasn't like amazing. It wasn't like Oscar winning, Academy Award winning movie, but it was just like at the time what it meant for people. It was just, a good family movie. And I was like, I'm
Right.
not expecting much from this one, but from the trailers, man, I'm hyped. There's a lot of like Easter eggs and stuff like that, and I'm just kind of just excited for whatever it is.
Yeah. When I saw it, I before I actually wanted Kobe to play, um, the part of LeBron James. That he's. I mean, for sure, it's probably going to be a different story. But when you see it in the trailer, it's not going to be a spoiler to a lot of people who hasn't seen the trailer at all. But it's connected. I think it's in the same universe because I remember like there's one line which it's like we're going to do it again. So it means that they have met Jordan, like the Looney Tunes,
Right, right,
right? They
right,
met Jordan and now they're meeting LeBron James.
right.
But when I saw it was a great production, man. I'm excited to see a lot of the different characters. It's like if people have seen Player One, is it
Ready
Player One?
Player One, yeah, Ready Player
Ready
One.
Player One, exactly. It's kind of that vibe because of a lot of different characters, like
Like the Iron
the
Giant.
Iron Giant. You see, because it's Warner Brothers, so they
Yeah,
put Jack Nicholson's Joker, The Mask,
yeah. Honestly, it feels
It's
like a grown-up
yeah,
version of Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. You know
yeah,
the
yeah,
second
yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said internet like a Filipino accent came out.
Internet.
The internet. But yeah, so I was just like, I was looking at it, man. Like you said, there's like Jack Nicholson's Joker. They even have like other like the Penguin from like back in
Yes,
the
yes.
day,
From
right? Like Danny
Batman.
DeVito, and
Yeah.
so
Oh,
it's
they
cool,
have
man.
Pennywise too. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, from it, yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
that. They have the
Georgie.
Flintstones and stuff like that, and so
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yogi
cool.
Bear. Oh man,
It's gonna be
I'm
cool,
actually
man.
excited. I was kind of jaded because I was honestly, a lot of people probably bash me, or a lot of people would probably praise me and whatnot. I was never a LeBron fan. You
Hey,
know,
man.
it's different. It's different juices and different because we know some people who are like diehard LeBron fans.
Of course.
I'm not saying that he's not a
Hmm.
great player. It's just that I don't know. In a way, um, he's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Yeah,
You know what it is?
exactly.
I think honestly, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe whoever's listening to this will correct us. But like, I think it's a generational thing. You know, because like I talked to my dad, and like he's not about LeBron, but like
My dad too.
I go to the younger generations, or even like my generation, because you're a bit older than I am, but like my generation and lower, everyone's kind of like, oh, LeBron this, LeBron that, and so like maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe I don't know.
I don't think so because I actually have a friend. Shout out to Gam. He's a drummer. Hopefully to be on the show.
Yeah,
And
man.
he's a diehard LeBron fan, man.
Oh,
And he's my age. Yeah, exactly. So it's funny because sometimes we watch games, with the Lakers now. LeBron's for the Lakers, and we
yeah.
kind of bash each other and try to be like, oh, that's it. That's what all he can do. And it's all fun and games. And
Right.
but yeah, talking about that and Kobe as well. I wonder if Kobe if Kobe were to play the role of LeBron James, how would it be different? I think for sure it's gonna be
I think
way.
because like here's the thing. Okay. Obviously, I don't know these guys. Like we're not like homies. I don't call them. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know him, but like I think LeBron is just a much more charismatic, outgoing, funny guy. I think like based on like just my experiences of watching him in like different movies. Like there's one movie where he was like in a comedy movie, and like bro, he was funny. And so I think like the way Kobe is, like I know he can be funny, but I feel like it's just maybe LeBron's just a little bit funnier. I don't know. And
Yeah,
we won't
I
never
guess
know because
I
shout
guess in
outs
a
to
way
Kobe, rest in peace. But yeah.
because I guess he's what do you call this? At times he could be a little bit more uh no pun intended goofy, but it's not. I mean, it's not in the same universe.
Yeah, so it's not really a pun.
Exactly. But man, I'm excited for especially the films that are coming out. Um, during actually this pandemic, it's been a year. It's been more than a year that we're in this situation. But there were
Yeah.
a couple of films that came out that were really awesome. Yeah.
What's a good one that you recently saw?
Recently saw. I mean, we spoke about this last
Last
time
podcast. Yeah, yeah.
in the last podcast. For sure, the Snyder Cut, Justice League. But the show that I'm watching right now. I hope you're watching it too. It's the cartoons. It's like the bootleg version of Justice League, Invincible.
Oh, on
Oh, yo, that's
bro,
fire. That is fire.
yo, I've been keeping
That
up
is
to date with
fire.
that. And like, here's the thing,
Yeah,
like,
man.
I read a lot of comics and like I watch a lot of comic stuff, and so like I kind of know the theme already of like that show because like obviously like I've read a little bit, but like bro, is fire. Like I actually like I like how like it's realistic, I guess, so to say. Like if superheroes were to live right now with regular humans, how much like and not, I don't want to spoil anything, but like how much control you need to have basically to be
Right,
able to be
right,
considered a good guy, really.
right,
And
right.
for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, please go watch it.
It's
It's
called
super dope.
Invincible. It's on Prime. It's on
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
Speaking of other superheroes on Amazon Prime, did you watch The Boys?
Oh yeah, I've finished both seasons, man. I'm
bro.
excited
So
for the third
it's the
season.
same vibe. It's the same vibe for me, at least. Like they're both the same like realistic, humanized superheroes.
What's interesting about Invincible is that I don't know if you know this. It's the same. If I'm not mistaken, is it the same producer? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the same producer or the same director for Walking Dead? So you can see
Oh, I don't know.
if you check out the cast, most of them are from Walking Dead.
Really? That's
Yeah,
true.
man.
So I know that Asian guy from Walking. I haven't watched Walking Dead, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
But I
mean
know the Asian
Sandra Oh is
guy.
there.
The Asian guy
J.K.
is the main
Simmons is
character.
there.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. He's voicing Omni Man, and I
Yep.
like that. It's not really for kids to watch because there's
It's
some
very
gory scenes.
gory. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I like it, man.
yeah.
I like it. Like any superhero, I'm always gonna watch. Like even if it sucks. Like,
It's it's funny because me and my boy, shout out to Josh, we're watching it, and there are many similarities when it comes to Justice League,
oh yeah,
when
for
it comes to
sure.
the characters. You know, the name of the Wonder Woman is, what's her name again? Uh, Something like that. They have a version of
Yeah,
Batman. They
yeah,
have a
yeah,
version of Martian Manhunter.
yeah, yeah.
Of course, of Superman.
But that's why I like this show is because they take whatever we already know of these superheroes and they make them like human. Like just humans
And
with like special abilities really. And like the upsides and the downfalls of what it feels like to have these powers. So it's a cool show. I really like it for sure.
I dig it. I dig it. The
Yeah.
one that I'm watching right now. I hope everybody who's tuning in is watching too, because I know you watched. You're a Marvel fan. So am I. WandaVision. You watch WandaVision,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I finished that.
But you know what I like better? I like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier better.
Bro, here's the thing, man. Like, I love both.
Sick, bro.
I like both, and I think both are too different to be able to like compare. Because I have friends who are like, "Oh man, WandaVision's better," or like Falcon's better. I'm like, yeah, like, but the thing is, like, you can't compare oranges to
Yeah, yeah,
apples.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Both
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah,
good
for
for
sure,
different times, and I think like
for sure.
story wise, I think WandaVision was cool. I just wish that they did better at the end, but that's
It's more
whatever.
mysterious.
Right.
It was a slow burner, mysterious. It was interesting.
Right. And then I think like Falcon
Yeah,
Winter Soldier, and everyone says this, is like it's like each episode is like a movie. It's like a short movie. And I'm like, yo,
right.
the action is dope. Like the first episode is like him Falcon fighting GSP, George St. Pierre,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
helicopter.
yeah.
Bro, I was like, that is sick for a TV show. For a TV show. You gotta understand, this is a
Right.
TV show. This is not like cinematic universe movie stuff. This
Yeah,
is a TV
but it
show.
feels like a movie.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And like in movies, like you and TV shows, I mean, like usually they have action scenes, but like the action scenes are just kind of like catering to the story, and so it's very short. And like obviously the good guys always win in the fight scenes, but like
Right.
for Falcon and Winter Soldier, like their fight scenes, bro, it's like it's long and it's like it carries the story too. So it's just like what the heck, and especially the last episode that just released like on Friday.
Yeah, I watched it.
Bro,
The
that
fourth
was
episode. Yeah.
it is sick. I can't wait. I can't
And
wait.
as Filipino, um, I like the representation
Right, right, right.
that was there. It was a song from Shanty Dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's Amat.
I don't
For
know.
those of you for those of you who don't know, Shanty Dope, he's a Filipino rapper in the Philippines. He's actually a protege of Glock 9, one of the sickest
Oh, really? I
rappers
didn't know
in
that.
the Philippines. Who from mentor to mentor. Now he's mentoring a great rapper, Shanty Dope, and Amat. It's meaning tama, meaning when you had a couple of drinks, you get buzzed. So it's like a buzz.
Oh,
And yeah, so Amas
I
is like,
heard
may
that
tama
song.
na po. So I'm kind of
Like
tipsy, something
feeling
like
it,
that.
right,
Yeah.
right. I heard that song was banned in the Philippines. I was watching
Really?
I was watching a video, and I could be wrong, but I was watching a video where the guy was saying like, yeah, like the song was banned in the Philippines, but it's funny how Marvel used that so that they can, kind of just add on to the culture, I guess. But it's just like, huh? That's interesting. That like it's not. I don't know if I'm right though. That's the thing. Like I could be wrong. Like I could totally be wrong. But I don't know. When I first heard the
because of the
song,
lyrics,
when I heard the song as the show was going, I'm like, wait a minute. I recognize this language. Hold on. The
right?
song went
Right.
going. I was like, ooh, okay. It's sick. It's sick. I love it.
I
I
like
love
the
it.
soundtracks because after that, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but after that scene where the song was playing,
Mhm.
the next song is a classic French song. I don't know if you noticed because I paid attention. It's like a classic French song after that.
What song was
Not
that?
right away. Not right away. I forgot the song, but after the scene where they placed another soundtrack, it was a classical French song, which I like the dynamic
Right, right.
that they did with the soundtrack.
Yeah, man. Because
I'm ex-
that's
excited for the
me.
fifth episode.
That soundtrack is me, bro. I'm Tagalog and I speak French and born in French Canada. It's perfect, you know. And then it's superheroes, like it's like my favorite, all in one, man. That's
Oh
dope. That's
man,
dope. Oh, dope.
I mean, right now we're just talking about the hype,
Yeah,
um, stuff that are really hype because amidst of this pandemic, we kind of try to entertain ourselves because right now
yeah.
in here, in Montreal, I don't know if you know this, but we're kind of are like in a lockdown situation,
I think
but
everyone
not
is, man. Because even out here, like we went back from, because like I don't know how it is there, but like I know here, like we go by stages. So there's stage one, stage two, and stage three, and then stage four basically is back to reality, I guess. But like we
right,
went from stage two, almost stage three, to going back to stage one
right.
because of like different variants and stuff. And I've seen on social media, and many of you who are watching this, if you're watching this, have probably also seen on social media where like everyone's going crazy out there in Montreal.
Oh man, I'm telling you right
Oh
now
man,
because what do you call this? So what had happened was we had a curfew before, which was from 8 p.m. at night to 5 a.m. in the morning,
right,
and then um they pushed it up to 9:30
right.
p.m. And now we're back to 8 p.m. And so a lot of
Dang.
people went crazy because now that it's a nicer weather and summer is coming and everybody wants to be out, um, and they're protesting and the crazy riots, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
felt bad for like the local shops because a lot of them got smashed, bro. People were just so pissed that they were breaking things. And like here's the thing, man, about like protests and stuff. Like for me personally, I think it's dope that we're trying to, put awareness to something. But when we start getting, like rowdy and like we start
Word.
trashing things, I feel
Hmm.
like that's so counterproductive. Like we're not helping
Exactly.
anyone. You know what I mean? And like I feel bad because like I've seen people post on social media where like GoFundMe's to help these local businesses who already are
Right.
struggling to stay alive, and then have
Right.
to pay extra now to fix the stores because of what people have been doing. And I think like that just frustrates me, man, because like bro, like I get we're all pissed, but like come on, that's someone's
Yeah.
life right there, you
Exactly.
know?
I mean, the fact that we're already these businesses are already struggling when it comes to their income and
Right.
how to sustain their businesses because of the COVID, and they don't have as much income as they want to, and
Yeah.
everybody's struggling money wise, financially, and now you're gonna be destroying, you know, it's I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
there's insurance and stuff like that, but it's
But
just a
still, like
headache,
they
and it's
pay for the
like you said,
insurance, you know what I mean?
very counterproductive. Like I'm for the what do you call this?
The
The
protest?
movement.
Mhm.
No, the movement. But I'm not gonna join or I don't support the destroying and
Right.
destruction that they've done. I mean, yes, you can march after that. March quietly and stand your ground. You know what?
Right.
We're not gonna be like this and that. But
Or
yeah,
even man, like, if everyone just stayed home for like a month, like I know it's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, but if everyone just stayed home for a month until it kind of dies out, and then we get back to reality, I feel like, man, like I always believe in like, it's always about the big picture. Like right now, everyone's fighting for the small moments. We're like, oh man, like I wanna be able to do this. But like, if everyone
right,
just stayed put for a little bit, even if it was like for a month or two, And then when everything dies out and it's all clear, bro, how much faster can we go back to reality if we just did that? Because like look at New Zealand, bro. Like I don't know much about what's going on, but from what I've heard, man, like these guys don't have much of a struggle right now because they were in lockdown since the beginning of lockdown, since like March 2020. And like
No,
they've been
they
like
already held
strict.
concerts
Yeah.
and games.
Bro, even in
Exactly.
like in Asia, a lot of the things,
China's done now.
bro, why are we still like, supposedly first world country, like, supreme top notch countries? Why are we still struggling with it? It's because we're all
Yeah.
stupid. Myself too. Like, don't get me wrong. I kind of, I don't do my part as much as I'm ranting,
Yeah.
but
I
I
mean,
try my best, you know?
I have a different opinion when it comes to that. It's in a different I guess thinking
Right.
of of this whatever's happening. But I guess we all have to stay afloat and try to be positive
Yeah,
however we can, because we have to look forward to the positive things that are going to be happening in the future. I mean, yeah, we're struggling like right now. I actually posted. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's D0MZONE, which means Dom Zone. It's you're gonna be when you click on that page, you're gonna be on my zone, Dom Zone. Anyway, I posted on my story. It's what Brewski said. Um, the quote that he specifically said is, "The suffering will leave when it's done teaching you something."
yeah. But I believe that,
And
man. It's dope.
so and so whatever suffering we're going through, it's neither good or bad. It's a fact of life that we have to go through. Everybody goes through struggles and suffering,
Yeah,
right? It's what we take from that and what we how we react upon it. So
for sure.
yeah, man.
I think too, man. Like, I feel like people are doing all of these things just to get like, I don't know, like half of what they could possibly have if they just struggled a little bit more, you know? Like, for example, like people are fighting for like, oh, like we want our curfew back to like, for example, 9 o'clock and like, go back
Right.
to to like 15% capacity in shopping malls or whatever. But I'm like, yo, if we stayed in for like a little bit longer, bro, we would have no curfew once it's over. We would have no capacity, like maximum, whatever. If we just struggled a little bit more, a little bit, and like obviously, like there are medical factors to all of these things that I'm saying, but I'm like, hypothetically, like, what would you rather have? Which one is a lesser evil, really? That's what it is. And I rather, like, honestly, like, I try not to go out if I don't have to, really. But like I said, like, it's hard. We're human, and I understand. I get it. But like, please, let's not break things. It's not necessary to break.
Exactly. I mean, um, well, to me, the curfew doesn't really make sense. It doesn't matter what time it's going to be. Like, it's not like there's already a lot of things are closed,
Yeah,
so we can't really do a lot of things, even to eat out. Go
yeah,
to bars and whatnot. So for me, it doesn't really make sense. Even if you put it to 8 or 9:30, it doesn't
hmm
really matter. But one of the quotes again that I want to share to the people that are listening right now. I remember watching a movie. I forget what movie it was, but I remember the actor saying the line. I think it's Forrest Whitaker.
okay,
So Forrest Whitaker says, "Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do." So
hmm.
it means that everything that we should do right now. It doesn't. It actually goes with not just the pandemic that we're having right now, and also in life. So if you wanna do a little, have a little struggle, so you can be relaxed.
True,
You know,
true, true, true.
like what Pacquiao said. He said, "Make the training super hard so the fight can be easy."
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah,
With that being
yeah.
said, we're gonna take our first quick break. Yeah, we're gonna try to add
For we're gonna
what?
be playing our future sponsors.
Yeah, we're gonna put our sponsor for today, and so we'll be back in like a couple minutes. See you guys in a bit. You are now listening to the Quintessentials podcast, where we talk about stories that shape us. Now, if you're on the go and just want to just listen in and not really watch the full video, that's all good because we're on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify and many others. All you got to do is go to our Instagram page, click the link, and there you'll see all the different platforms that we're currently streaming on. With that being said, let's get back to the show. All right, thank you, sponsor, for that.
Thank you for paperclip sponsors. Thank you so much
uh,
for sponsoring our paperclips. You need the paper clips for your everyday use.
you're
If you
whack.
work at home, you work.
You're so whack. That's not. Never mind.
I
Anyways,
don't
we're
mind,
back.
man.
We're back. Thank you for chilling with us. But before we actually went on break, you mentioned something about Pacquiao, man. That quote. What was that quote again?
He says, "I like it. Make the training hard so
Right,
the fight can be easy."
man. I like that. That's dope. But speaking of Pacquiao, bro, since we're talking about it already, did you hear about that Ryan Garcia and Pacquiao fight that like was
Oh
trying to be promoted and
man,
stuff? Bro, I've been
yeah,
watching a lot of about like
never gonna happen.
commentators. I mean, obviously, I think it was more of like like a wishful thinking. But man, like I've
Yeah,
been
for
watching like
in the part of Ryan Garcia, yes.
right, and I think Pacquiao being a nice guy is like okay, cool, that's great, amazing, little boy. But like I think, man, like I've been watching a lot of like people just talk about it. Like what's his
Right.
name? Like Bradley was talking about it. Someone asked him, and like just all of these like different comparisons, bro. If the fight were actually to happen, what would be your prediction? Like who would win?
Pacquiao knockout
I agree.
by knockout.
As much as like Ryan Garcia is
I
cool
mean,
and fast,
he's good. He's not as experienced. His defense is crappy. I mean, all the technique. I mean, go. With that
yeah,
technical side of it, it's just. I mean, and two, who has he fought that was in like a crazy caliber,
yeah,
in a high caliber? No one.
like Bradley was saying, man, like you got to work your way up, man. Like just because you think you're the best doesn't mean that you deserve to fight the best, you know. And I think
Man,
I agree, man. Like I think people need to like work your way up the ranks, bro. Like respect will come if you just work hard. And I think too, like there's a comparison. And here's the thing, like disclaimer to everyone, I'm not, I don't watch a lot of boxing, so I don't know a lot of the like actual
I do.
whatever. But like based on like different comparison videos I've seen, like Ryan will get knocked out only by footwork. Like Pacquiao's footwork, man. Like
No, with
doing all of
not
this,
not even the left hand. He's gonna get knocked out by the right hand.
whatever the case, it's just like the footwork, bro. The footwork that Pacquiao has to Ryan. Ryan, I follow him on social media and like, shout outs to the guy. Like, if I don't know if you're gonna be listening to this, but like,
Yeah.
I respect the grind, like what he does and stuff like that.
He's a
Like,
good fighter.
he has good
He has
accuracy,
punching power.
but like, in boxing, at least from what I've seen, boxing is not just a straight line fight. It's like all over movement, all of those things. And so like Pacquiao, that was his thing, bro, right? He had like fast footwork, fast hands, and people were saying that Pacquiao has a lot more combo compared to Ryan. And so, like you said, they're a straight knockout for sure. But
With that hype. I would like to see the fight if it were to happen, but I would like to see more. I don't know if you know the boxing world, but Gervonta Davis. Davis is the one that Ryan should fight. For everybody who's watching who knows about boxing, Gervonta Davis is in the lightweight too, and
mhm.
he's a monster, man. If you watch, I'll send you later one of the recent knockouts that
Okay.
oh man, brutal knockout by an uppercut. So I want to see that fight to happen because like you said, you got to work your way up. When Pacquiao was coming up, he didn't want to fight, let's say, De La
Like
Hoya right
that's what I was
away.
gonna say. Like he actually worked his way up. Champion by
Exactly,
champion, right?
exactly. And yo, speaking of boxing and hype, do you know the fight coming up next week?
No, what is it?
Okay, I think. Well, oh no, it's this Saturday.
Okay. Who is it?
It's on the 17th. It's Ben Askren versus Jake Paul, man.
Oh,
Oh, brother. Oh man,
What do you think about Jake Paul, bro? As a
he can
boxer,
fight. He can fight, but he hasn't fought anybody who's a fighter. He's fought a YouTuber and
and
an
then a basketball,
NBA
yeah.
player. Oh, so yeah, exactly, Nate Robinson. So to me, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
I'm
on a
just
side
saying.
note, I
That's
know we're
just my
talking about
opinion.
boxing. I know we're talking about boxing, but on a side note, I didn't know Nate Robinson was like part Filipino.
No way.
Or I think am I wrong?
Are you serious?
Is he actually Filipino?
Jordan Clarkson is half Filipino.
Yeah, but I heard Nate
Yeah.
Robinson, and I can be wrong, so I'm gonna fact check myself right now.
Okay, you gotta Google it right now.
Nate Robinson, I heard he was Filipino.
Is he short? Is that what you said?
Nah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's not
So
short in terms of.
he talks about
Is he?
here. It talks about his Filipino roots, bro.
No way. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
So if you
Is
Google
he
search it
half
right
or a
now,
fourth or a third?
I don't know. It says half. All these like articles. Um, but
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool. Oh,
I
yo,
mean, he
there are
looks
two.
like it. Okay, maybe it's just me being wishful thinking, but like he Loki kind of looks Filipino. He played in the. Oh, did no? He didn't. Never mind. That's
He
just a
played in
fake
China,
picture.
I think. I
Yeah.
think he played in China, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, no. Yeah, that was wishful thinking. He doesn't look Filipino, bro.
No, he doesn't look Filipino. That's
I guess
why.
when he squints a little bit.
Jordan Clarkson, you can see,
Yeah. Bro,
you can see it.
Jordan Clarkson reminds me of like so many like half Filipino like guys I know.
And two, and two, he can't grow a beard, so that's like a tell.
Hey man, you got
And
me.
me too, man.
You got me
Me
self
too.
conscious, bro. You got me self conscious, man. I honestly before this podcast, I try to sharpen my beard so it looks thicker.
My man, my man.
I'm kidding. I'm
You gotta
kidding.
put a
I'm kidding.
you gotta
I've
put a
tried.
little
I've
bit of
tried,
oil.
bro. I've tried like sharpening it, man. It looks dumb. But I'm only keeping it because like your boy's like, on the chunkier side, and so it gives a little definition. You know what I mean?
Definition,
It gives a
exactly. I
little
mean too,
a
man.
line.
This pandemic I've gained weight too. Bro, you gotta watch this Saturday Ben Askren versus Jake Paul because Ben Askren is actually an MMA fighter.
Oh,
Yes. So he has two losses. I think he has
has he done
twenty
boxing
five
though?
wins. He it's MMA, bro. So you
Right,
gotta
but I
do
mean,
every
like, has he done a boxing fight? Because
and it
MMA, and we've seen this with what's his name,
I think
Floyd, and
he's done. Yeah, for sure. Amateur boxing. And the great thing is that he's being trained by Freddie Roach.
oh,
Freddie is training him. And I think the one who's training Jake Paul is Holyfield. So if you know
really?
Holyfield,
Yeah, that's not bad.
yeah, yeah.
I
So
think
I'm really
I
interested.
don't know.
Honestly, you know who I'm rooting for. I don't like Jake Paul. He's like,
Yeah,
he's a
I don't like
cloud
him either, but
chaser, all for the hype. So
yeah,
man, we'll see though. We'll see because Jake can fight. Jake can fight. So for everybody listening right now, if this would be released after that, it
right,
has happened. We know what happened already.
yeah.
But if not, tune in this Saturday.
Most likely
April
the
17th.
fight will happen
What would have
before
had
the
happened?
podcast is
Okay.
released, just because
Okay.
how my workflow really is.
Oh man, did you see that fight? That was a crazy fight. What day?
Man, that was oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like when he went, and then
You,
oh my
you know when
goodness.
he threw some punches too, and he tried
Yeah,
to do.
and then he hugged, and then he ducked, and then and the
And they
bell
were in the
rang.
ring.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
man, that was history, right?
stupid,
That was history
so
right there.
dumb. Oh
I mean,
man,
so many hype things happening right now. Um, for those people, I think everybody has been, up, whether you like, a lot of people like different things when it comes to social media.
right, right.
Whether you like cars, boxing, MMA, and blah 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 blah. What do you usually, if people were to look at your explore page?
You know what's funny? Like, I actually was talking to my friends about this. So mine, okay, I'm gonna pull it up right now just so that I have a reference.
I can tell you. Go ahead, go ahead.
So I'm gonna open up my explore page, and the first thing I see
Go ahead.
This is embarrassing. A bunch of Michael B. Jordan photos, just fashion photos, photography. There's some dance in here, and then a lot of basketball. Really, that's pretty much it. Like it's
Nice.
just like
Uh,
a lot of different things that I'm into.
okay, disregard everything else. What's up with Michael B. Jordan?
What do you mean?
You said there's a lot of Michael B. Jordan
Bro, so
pictures.
man, like I'm just saying, man, Michael B is like, I think he's for sure my celebrity man crush. Just because like
Okay,
the way he
okay,
looks,
I can see that. I can see that.
the way he his movies that he's been in, like I don't think, okay, and like this is very controversial, but I don't think he's like a super like, high caliber actor. I think he's very talented.
I
Um,
agree. I
but
agree.
like his presence, like whenever he's in something or when he's doing an interview, all of a sudden like the room changes, and like you see that in interviews and stuff like that. And I kind of like that, where
Right.
like when you walk into a room, all of a sudden the environment kind of, and this is very narcissistic, but like kind of caters to you. And I think
Hmm.
being the person I am, I like when the temperature of the room is like to my liking. I find it always weird whenever like the temperature is off, and I don't mean like actual temperature, but I mean just like the vibe of everything. And I just have a hard time asserting myself into a room. But imagine like the ability of like being able to control the room. I think that's super dope. And I have friends who do that, and man, like whenever they take control of the room, it's like the funniest thing ever. And so like I don't know, like it's just his presence is super cool. And I like his mustache. I'm jealous. Like I have a middle part, and I want like a full one, and I'm just like, man. So
Oh man. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I literally
That's
just geeked
cleared.
out over Michael B.
That's cleared. I mean, I can tell you like people that I get geek about. But my explore page would consist. I can tell you right now. Of course, fashion, basketball, boxing, MMA, and also cartoons like DC and Marvel and shows, and also cute kids and cute puppies. Man, that's what I have.
Why do
That's
you
what
have
I
cute
have on my
kids?
page. And puppies. I like cute kids. I
But like
like
on
cute
your
babies.
explore page,
You don't like cute babies?
you've been searching up some kids.
Because you know how okay, that sounds really, really bad when you say it. You've
Yo,
been searching for kids.
how to catch a predator? Hello.
No, I'm
But this is
talking
actually
about
an
like cute
intervention.
babies, not kids.
Right, right, right,
But you know how you explore pages, right? So
right.
the people that you're closest with
Yeah,
are kind of
kind of mixed in as well as what you
mixed in.
search up. Yeah, yeah. No, for sure, for
Exactly.
sure.
So you have entertainment, you have inspirational things in there. So it's very, very,
Yeah,
very mixed.
like for sure, man. Someone's been watching a lot of Michael B, and so I don't know why it's on my explore page.
I mean, it's a given. One of his movies that I really liked was the Fruit Fruit Veil
Fruitvale
Station.
Station. Yep, yep.
Am I right? That's right.
Fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched it even before he blew up to it.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Like I've seen him in movies. Like there's this movie that he was in when he was a teen, like a young kid, like maybe
Oh, and
early
he had
teens.
cornrows.
Yeah, when he was with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. It was like a baseball
Did
one,
you
and
say
this is
Keanu or Keanu?
is it Keanu
It's
or
Keanu.
Keanu?
It's Keanu Reeves.
Man, whatever, bro. You understood. You understood.
I know who it is.
Okay,
I know
so
who it is.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah, like he was in a baseball movie, and the thing is, like, I watched this when I was a kid because like I was into baseball at that time, and so I was like, to be able to see him now, and I'm like, hey, I remember watching him as a kid. I was like, whoa. But yeah, Fruitvale Station was a good movie. I thought he was super dope in like Black Panther, bro.
Killmonger.
Tell me how. As soon as Black Panther came out, all of a sudden I see so many people with like the same haircut, glasses, and then the Sherpa
The
denim
Sherpa
jacket.
denim jacket. Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie, I tried,
You do
but
have a Sherpa denim jacket,
yay.
don't you?
So
Yes, you do. I
so,
do have two. I have two. I have two.
but yeah,
But it
man.
was way before the hype when I had it.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right, for sure.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he was dope. He was dope. He
Yeah.
was really, really dope as Killmonger. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Um, it's really hard to because back in 2020 we lost so many people
Yeah,
was
man.
very inspirational. From celebrities to singers
Yeah, man. But
to
speaking of losing,
actors. Oh,
celebrities,
yep,
shout outs
yep,
to
I know.
DMX, bro.
Prince Charles.
Oh, what? No, I mean, yes, rest in peace, Prince Charles. I don't know him, but I meant like
Okay,
DMX. You dumb.
okay.
Like I think for
No,
me,
because
DMX was like the guy I listened to for like hype songs. Really, there was no one like other than maybe Little John, but back in the day in early two
I like
thousands,
how you say Little John.
man, it's because I've been hanging around with people here who fully enunciate their words. Trust me. Like I haven't. Anyways, but yeah. So like I remember just listening to him. I don't know if you remember the movie Like Mike,
Yeah,
the
of
car scene with Bow
course,
Wow.
of
Yeah,
course,
bro. That was the jam.
man. Man, actually, a lot of people would probably hate me or ridicule me for this. I follow this. I think it's Film Zone. So on their story, you can follow them on Instagram, Film Zone. They have a lot of different posts about movies and acting. They put two movies beside each other, and it's like they would ask you like, who would you pick? So beside, on the left side is Space Jam with
Hmm.
Michael Jordan. On
Hmm.
the other side, it's Like Mike. I actually picked Like Mike, bro.
What?
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
I mean, I just recently watched both. I'm not gonna lie, but nostalgic. I think Like Mike was so much better, nostalgically for me at least.
See,
But
Like Mike? You said Like Mike, right?
no, Space Jam.
Okay,
Wait,
if
so
you
what? Wait,
rewind it, you
what?
said Like Mike.
Did I say Like Mike? I'm at Space
Yeah,
Jam. I'm at Space Jam.
okay,
Yo,
okay.
rewind. But yeah, well, why like Mike? Why do you like that movie?
I mean, I watched Space Jams multiple times. I guess I really at that time I kind of looked up, not really looked up to. I liked how Bow Wow was.
Okay.
When he was a kid, and I mean even his acting then it was cool because the story is cool. I mean both of them has Michael Jordan on so I was gonna say slow jams, but Space Jam. But and then you still have Michael Jordan because it's Michael Jordan shoes that he was using.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like how a kid went to the NBA and
Right.
then he
Okay.
went to
You're right.
grad
You're right.
school, kind of like that. You kind of relate because you were a kid.
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
was a kid, I'd be like, "Oh, that could happen to me. What about if I get the
Yeah.
shoes?" Stuff like
No,
that.
I used to
So
do
to
yo, bro.
me,
I used to do the thing where Bow Wow would tie his shoes and be like, "Make me like Mike. Make me like Mike." I used to do that. Okay, so
yeah,
I see what you mean. But in the same time, too, man, I imagine myself going from the half court and going like
and
stretching my
do the
arm for
dunk.
the dunk.
Yeah,
So I honestly, you can't really compare. Both of them are really good. Um,
imagine putting those shoes on, right? And you said, "Make
the
me like
Nike
Mike."
Blazers, bro.
No, but it made you the wrong Mike.
Like who?
Like you know what I'm saying? Like what if you be like,
Name me a Mike that's not like in the celebrity world that's not.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson. So you be like, so you
Bro,
you're
I'll kill
crappy.
it.
You get so crappy in basketball that you can sing your ass
Bro,
off
I'll
and you
take
can
that
dance.
still. I would still take that. Yo, make me like Mike. Yo, I'll be like Michael Jackson, Michael B. Jordan, Michael Blackson,
But
bro.
Michael Bublé,
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, man.
Yo,
There's
I
a
don't
lot of
I
great
don't vibe
Michaels.
with his songs, but bro, his vocals, come on. You can't deny a guy who can sing
Yeah.
like that, man. Michael J. Fox, bro. Oh, like young prime Michael J. Fox.
Right, Michael J. Fox.
Not to be disrespectful. Not to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
man.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So that was very nostalgic
going
for
back
me.
to our topic about DMX, bro. I totally forgot, but he was in Cradle to the Grave with Jet Li,
Yes. When he said
bro.
that line, be like when he was talking about Aaliyah.
Yeah. Bro, that
Yeah.
was I remember like it was so cool how Jet Li was in a predominantly black movie.
I want to watch that again.
Bro, there was a time in
and
like
Kiss of the Dragon.
Kiss of the Dragon, Cradle to the
Hey,
Grave, Romeo Must Die. Bro,
Romeo Must Die. Yeah,
Jet Li was in
exactly.
so many
Oh man.
like
So for the listeners, if you don't know these movies, you're too young, and you have to watch these movies.
yeah.
Classic
But
films,
yo,
man.
man, early 2000s, Jet Li was in so many like gangster movies, like
Yeah.
hood gangster movies, and it was
And
killing it.
is it War with Jason Statham?
That was trash.
Yeah, it was
That
War.
was so bad,
Yeah,
bro.
it wasn't the great. It wasn't a great
Nah.
one.
But a good one by Jet Li that I don't know if it was good. I think it was just good for the time. Was the one where he fights himself? That was sick. That was kind of sick,
Okay, listen. When you get back, we gotta binge watch those movies, man.
bro.
I'm
There's so many movies
so
I want to
down.
watch again, man. Like so, like all the Jet Li movies, all the Jackie Chan movies. Yo, I swear, once a year, and one of my friends can actually attest to this. Once a year, I go through all of my favorite Jackie Chan movies, just cause, like, just cause. But
What are your what top five?
top five. Ooh. Okay, not in particular order.
Mm-hmm.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Project A.
Ooh, yes.
Project A and Armor of God. Those are like I think they're the same. I think maybe
Mm-hmm.
not. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that. What's another
There's
one?
so many. That's why.
There's so many. Who Am I? That's a classic one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
this one's more like on the Asian side, like a Hong Kong movie, but like Police Story.
Which one?
The first
There's
one,
five of
bro.
them.
The first one.
Really?
The first one
Okay.
where he's doing the fight scene in the park. Bro, the fight scene in the park was sick. Where it was like nighttime and like people with like metal sticks were trying to hit him. And then like
Yeah.
the final fight scene in the mall, bro.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
come on,
He
that's
he got
like,
electrocuted in that scene.
bro, yeah, that's crazy. And then my last one, what would be my last one? Oh, man, this is hard. Shoot, maybe Rush Hour 2, just because like that was like a nostalgic
Okay,
movie for
that's a
me.
classic movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Rush Hour 1 and 2 were like, till this day I still know the lines from Rush Hour 2, just because like I watched it so many times with my friend who would always come over and we would just watch it. And like
Right.
so yeah, those are my top five. What's your top five? If you
Oh man.
have a top five.
I do. Not in particular order too. Project A is there. Meals on Wheels.
Yes,
That
when he went to
that
Barcelona.
that
Come on, man. That's a good one. That's
yeah.
a good one. That's a good one.
That's a favorite of mine. For sure. I think I was gonna say Toy Story, but Police Story. I would say three or five.
Which one's the
Either
third
or. I
one?
forget. I'm not I'm not super I don't remember it that much, but I
Okay.
do like one of those
Right, right. The
police movies. So
series, right, right. Oh,
that's
I
my
forgot.
third
I
one.
forgot, bro. Super Cop is a good one too.
Super Cop was good too. Super Cop was
And
good too.
Project Condor is a good one.
Project Condor, yes, yes,
Wait, what's
yes.
the one? Oh man, this is the one I always forget. This is one of my friend's favorite. Shout out to Mark. But this is his favorite. The one where he's in Australia and he's like getting chained, like someone's telling him to remove his clothes.
Oh, one of my sorry, I have
What's
to
that one
interject it
called?
before I forget it. Um, ah, with Shuki when he's rich and then he with the bottle, the letter, the bottle, smile. Is it
Oh,
smile?
no, gorgeous.
That's a classic one. Yeah, yeah. When he fought and he was like smiling and his opponent was like, "Why are you smiling?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
was
But
that
what's
was
the
a dope
what's
one.
the other one I was talking about where he's like he sings the song. I don't know if you remember the scene. I could see it, but I don't remember it. But the scene goes like he's being like what you call that?
Accidental cop,
No, 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 no,
accidental
no, no.
spy.
Where he's being asked to remove his clothes to make sure that there's no tracker or bugs on him. So he has to sing as he's taking him off. He's like, "I will follow you wherever." I was
Oh,
oh my gosh, how do I not remember? And it's a scene where like he's snowboarding, and then he jumps onto the helicopter with like the little thing on his head, and he's like, you know,
oh, that's
frick, what's
real.
that movie called? Okay, I gotta find it. Jackie Chan's First Strike. That's the one.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
good
yes. That's a
one.
classic too. That's a classic too.
That's a good one, bro. It's so
Oh man,
funny.
so many classic Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
one. That's the one with the iconic North Face yellow jacket with the jumper,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
the fight scene with the ladder, bro. That's a good movie. That's one of my favorites.
Jackie Chan is didn't never had a stunt double, and
Until he
he
got
said
older.
he's broken most of the bones in his body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy, man.
So
This guy will risk it all for the movie. But it's sad because recently, actually yesterday, I was watching The Foreigner. Have you seen that one?
yeah,
I mean, like the fight scenes
I
were
I
dope,
was mad because Pierce Brosnan had more screen time than Jackie Chan.
but I feel like that was the point because I think Jackie was more of a side character than an actual plot character. If that makes
But
sense.
he I
But
mean
they hyped it
he
up to make it seem like he was the main character, right? Which
but
kind
he's
of
a
was
foreigner.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a scene where Jackie jumps out the window, and man, you can clearly tell it's a younger guy. So that's how you know Jackie's getting old, man. Honestly, I would be so sad when he dies, and like knock on wood, not anytime soon. But when he
Yeah,
does,
man. Oh
it's
yeah,
so sad for
for
me, man.
sure.
Because like I grew up watching it, man. In fact, a lot of the things I did as a in my life really was like reflective of like me wanting to be like Jackie. Like I remember in one of my classes in elementary, or I think in high school, where it's like you choose a career that you want to explore. I wrote stuntman just because like I wanted to know more about like I just wanted to have an excuse to watch Jackie Chan during school hours. And so
Brothers, stuntmans are crazy. They're a
I believe it,
different breed
man.
of actors.
I
They're
believe
a
it,
different breed of actors.
and it
Because I
sucks because
remember,
they don't get credit, bro.
yeah, they no, but they don't get credit for casual fans,
Yeah,
but they
but
do get credit for productions and companies and
yeah,
actors too.
yeah,
Because like, oh, who did that stunt? Like I want that, and they get mad money too. Because I remember even for acting doubles, right?
uh-huh.
I was on set of this TV show. I don't know if it's gonna air because interestingly I was you know uh very much um I participated a lot there, and I was
Oh,
seen more in the camera, so I want to see it. It's called Blood and Treasure.
are you allowed to say that?
Season Blood and Treasure. I think so. Blood and Treasure season two.
Did you sign a
So
NDA or something that you're not allowed to talk about it?
no copyright, no copyright. So
Uh,
these stuntmen were there, and they were ninjas, and they were talking. I was talking to them. Yeah, tomorrow I have to jump in front of a car. So I was like, hold on, what? Like they do these crazy things, and most people would be like, oh yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth or it's this guy or it's
right.
this guy, but these folks are a different
Yeah.
breed, man. Shout outs to
Cause
everybody,
like,
to all the
man,
stuntmen
it's
and
crazy
women out
too.
there.
Like I know stuntman, they if they are a stunt person for like a famous actor, they're most likely gonna be their stunt person for like a long time. Right. Like I know The Rock, his stuntman is like his cousin, and like he's been doing his stunts since like Scorpion King or something.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Wow. Damn.
Edit that out.
Um, nah, leave it. Uh,
Excuse me.
but yeah, so like The Rock, I know Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, their stunt doubles are always going to be the same. I think Vin Diesel also.
Oh
Um,
man, I saw Vin Diesel's stunt double, bro, because he does have a lot of different stunt doubles, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was an extra for this film Bloodshot. You've seen this movie?
Right, 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 right.
Yeah. So the scene where he's like, oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
The last fight scene, right?
Wow, you're supposed to see me there, but for whatever reason, all the stunt, all the extra background weren't even seen. Not even us running, and we filmed for 14 hours,
Dang.
right?
Maybe
Just
honestly, and maybe it was more so like you guys were extra to kind of enhance the scene for the actors.
no, you didn't even see it, bro.
No, but like just to give
Not at all.
a reality to the environment for them as they're acting. Because I've seen that where like, when they use CG,
For that scene, no.
characters,
Hmm.
right? But like, I was saying like, you know how when characters have to interact with CG,
Right.
they put a lot more like people in the background so that it feels like they're actually interacting with reality, right? And
Oh
so like
no, for sure.
maybe that was the reason why like you guys were there was more so for Vin Diesel to act than to actually
No,
be on movie.
I think we just didn't make the cut. It's just the editing.
Maybe because all of you guys were looking at the camera. You guys were looking at the camera and you were like, "Woo!"
It was supposed to be in Indonesia or Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken.
But
So
it was shot
going
in
back, going back,
Montreal.
it's shot in Montreal, exactly. So
Right.
going back, it was actually a great experience for me because being able to, first of all, I was paid more than because we were less, and then you get extra. Anyways, it's all the technicalities. I was happy, and then I get to see Guy Pearce.
Oh,
Guy Pearce is so nice. I wish I could have taken a picture with him. But anyways, the Vin Diesel's double looked like him. I thought it was really him, and he was scary because he was big and he was tall and big.
dang.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he lived, if he existed and Vin Diesel didn't exist, like what am I gonna do with my life? Because he looks so much like Vin Diesel. It
So
was so
dumb.
funny. Oh man, yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
And
So like because like you've been doing a few extras, like being extra background people in like movies and stuff.
yeah,
Who are your like? How many celebrities have you met, and who's like your favorite?
or I've seen.
Or have seen? Yeah, sure.
Okay, I've seen. Sorry, some of the celebrities you may not know. I've seen all the girls or the lead actresses from Golden. Sorry, I forget the series. It's an American show that's being shot here in Montreal. I forget. I'll get back to you that later. I've seen
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Like
I've seen.
how close? How close is this?
She
Like
passed
arm's
by in front of
length?
me. She passed by in
Oh,
front of me. Yeah. Um. Nev. The girl from Scream. Nev Campbell. Nev Campbell.
okay. I have
I've
to see your face.
seen one of the. She's very famous. She's one of the actresses from Clouds. I was one of the backgrounds in Clouds, the movie too. It's on Disney. I haven't seen it. I've seen Kevin Hart up close. I talked to Kevin Hart, bro. He was like beside me. We were having a conversation.
Man, where's
I
your pictures?
swear,
Where's your
I,
pictures?
I could I couldn't do it because it's illegal. You can't flip
No
out your
pictures.
phone.
No, it wasn't real. No pictures.
That's
I'm
it.
playing. I'm
That's
playing.
it.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
So Kevin Hart, he's cool because we were. The story was. It was in. It's actually coming out this year or next year. I hope
Mhm.
it's this year. It's called Fatherhood. So Fatherhood, it's a drama comedy. Um, and it's shot here. It was shot here in Montreal, and I was actually thankful that I was a part of the background. And there's a scene where you can actually see me in the camera if they don't cut my face. And so we were walking up because the setting was it's a carnival, so you
Right.
have rides and whatnot. So there's this ride that you all stand in a circle, and then it spins
Oh yeah,
while
yeah.
you're
I know. I know
standing,
that.
and it
I've
goes
been on
like
that
that.
one. I
You
hate
know
that
this,
one.
right? He hates it too. You know why? We were walking up because the scene was everybody's going up the ride already,
Right, right.
and then it was like, "Yo, man, are you serious? Are we riding this? Like, I don't like this, man. I don't, I don't like this."
He's the guy who doesn't like roller coasters, right?
Yeah, but he's so professional. Like most of the time that I see him, because everybody, for sure, he's a big star, right?
Yeah.
So wherever he is, everybody looks at him. Some people stare. Like I just kind of pay, I paid attention of how he is, and like his demeanor and stuff like that. He's a businessman. He's a busy man. So
Seems like it.
yeah.
Seems like it.
Who else?
I don't know.
Um, I think James McAvoy. I mean, I didn't meet
Yeah,
him on set, but I
there
did
was a
meet him on
picture.
the
I
street.
remember that.
I have a picture
I
exactly.
remember that. I remember that. I remember you texted me like maybe like a couple hours after. It's like, yo, guess who I just saw? I was like, who? It's like Professor X. I was like, what? Wasn't that because they were shooting, I think, or something like
Yes,
that?
they were shooting X Men here.
Yeah,
I
Days of
think it's
Future
one of
Past or
the
something.
crappiest X Men. Oh no, it was the crappiest one.
First Class,
No,
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. Oh, that's the worst X-Men movie.
I didn't get to finish it. I got bored.
Don't even don't even.
Like I got bored. I stopped at like the part where Magneto was fighting in the train.
Oh, and apparently there was actually a new villain because I spoke to one of the extras there
Yeah.
for Dark Phoenix. And apparently there were like a couple of new mutants that were to be introduced, but never got the final
That's what
cut.
it is, man. Like a lot of things get cut from movies that we don't know. That's why, like, the Snyder cut, as much as it was super long, it was super cool because, like, we got to see like Dark Side, like someone we don't see in the Whedon cut,
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Don't
like
say
this,
the other one.
I did.
Probably.
It's Whedon cut.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
it's
no.
called.
The other character. Probably people may have not seen it. You know the other character. The last scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It was supposed
mm.
to be two.
Yeah.
Two of
But you
them.
know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know if you
Like
read
a
it.
lot of these things we don't see because people they cut it. And it
Yeah.
sucks because like, man, what if, like what would it look like if, like I know in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's like they were supposed to introduce like different characters already by now, but it's because like this it didn't flow with the story properly. It didn't flow with the projection that they wanted to. Like it's a cool idea. It's when you're shooting it is different. And like yeah, like from the little experience I've had making like short videos, like I know that like sometimes you just gotta cut it because like it doesn't flow right, even though it's super cool.
Well, it depend. Yeah, depending on the producer or the director too. So
Right.
they have a big say when it comes to these stuff. Yeah.
Man, till
Yeah.
this day, I still want to make that fight video that we were trying to make for my project. Yeah, till
Right.
like that idea. Okay, I think the idea was
It was
kind of
actually a really really dope idea. Can you tell the story to the
okay.
listeners?
So the
I really like the plot.
it was so funny. Like how okay, so first of all, I gotta give you a quick backstory. I don't think you even know this, but basically I was doing a film 101 class as an elective back when I was in college. And we had to do a final project of a video or something. By the way, I failed that class just because I didn't show up and stuff. But I learned a lot. And I remember
Right.
like they had to make us use that janky, like, it was big camera. It was like this was before like 4K was available and on your phones. Really, it was just yeah. So it was a big camera, and I remember like um, I was 2 weeks away from the due date. I had to give it in, and I remember I was like, man, like I don't even have a story. Like
Right.
I don't have a plot or whatever. And I remember I was going through some like life stuff at that time with like the opposite sex, and I was like, man, like this sucks. Like I'm in this mode where like I'm stuck in a zone where I can't get out. And then it hit me. I remember I was sitting in the toilet and I was thinking about it, and it hit me.
All the great thoughts or and ideas come from
Yeah. So it hit me
when you're
where
in the
this
toilet.
basically the story is this guy meets this girl, a super random hallway, really. And like he's intrigued because like from a distance, he's only looking from a distance. He sees her and like she's looked like they lock eyes and they make that like unspoken connection or whatever. And then she like tells him to come over here, whatever.
Right.
And then she walks into the hall, like walks into a door, and he's like, all right, let me just follow this girl, whatever. And then he walks in and it's a staircase. And he's like looking around where the girl is basically. And he looks up and she's up there. He's like, hey, come on. Like, how did you get up there so fast? And so he starts walking up, and then there's a guy in front of him. And like he's like, oh, sorry, like I'm trying to get away. And all of a sudden, without even like anything, the guy starts fighting him. And so like he gets into the scene where like he's fighting a bunch of guys as he's making up to the escalator. And I think I got the idea because I was watching Bruce Lee's movie where he fights
Oh, Enter the Dragon.
I forgot what it's called, but like he has to
He
make
fought
his
a lot of different. Yeah.
right. And so like that was the kind of idea I wanted to go for. And I remember asked random people from like the college, like these guys from like the martial arts club there or whatever. And I couldn't think of any, like, I didn't know anyone else to make who was down to be in a video with me. So I asked you to be the main
Right.
guy. And I think honestly, just like from the fight scenes, because we only got to shot the fight scenes. We didn't even get
Yes.
to finish the whole video because like by the
No,
time
there
I
weren't any
had
monologues
by the time I was
or
able
anything.
to get the fight scene edited, like school was kind of done. So I just didn't even send it. But I end up editing it later on. Anyway, so like the fight scene goes like he fights every other guy, and it was supposed to be like this guy, like basically like, oh, like you're fighting your way through like you're like basically the guys in line out of the friend zone, right? That's basically the premise. Only to find out when he gets to the top that you opened the path for another guy. And you
shout
know
out,
why.
shout out to everybody who's been friend zoned.
Yeah.
All the guys out there, all the girls out there.
And I remember like I wanted to like emphasize that part, right? Where like he gets into the fight and like the shirt is ripped up and like he's all bloody and like whatever. And only to find out that there's another guy who was following him in the back and he kind of opened the path for that guy. And I remember like it's kind of like close to what I was going through at that time. And
Right.
I remember I was just like, yo, this would be dope, but we never got to finish it. And like here's the
You,
thing, like I remember like I kind of choreographed the fight scene, like each
mm-hmm.
fight scene, right? I remember each guy was different, right? There was a guy who,
I think I've fought three guys so far when we
four,
shot it.
four, 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 four.
Was it four?
So there was
Were
that
there
first
four?
guy
Okay.
where like, he fights you. And then the second guy with a knife. I remember we used a
The
real
last
knife too. That was so
no, the
fun.
last guy was the knife, I
No,
think.
no, no. Last guy was the Kung Fu guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yo, you know why you remember? You're bad.
Yeah. I
You're
remember,
bad.
but remember.
But yeah, so I remember there was another guy with a gun, and that was
Yes,
funny.
yes.
He's a
I had to
photographer
shoot
too
him.
now. He's a photographer
I had
now.
to shoot him.
So
You know what, Marion? I'm actually down to do that for our
yeah,
project because it's still up to now. It's very relatable to a lot of people, and
true.
also just the concept of it is really really interesting. And I actually would like to do that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
man.
down.
I feel like you're the guy with the connect. So if you can get people, then like we'll work on it when I get
Yes,
there.
and with the camera and the actors. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But we got to do this on a no budget because your boy got no money.
Oh yeah. I mean, no problem. We gonna feed him. We gonna feed him.
But it's so
We gonna
funny,
feed him.
man. Like it's crazy how like there was other things too. Like for some reason, I always wanted to make a fight scene in every video that we did. Like there was another
Yeah,
project I did where like I had a superpower and you and I were fighting. What else? There's that,
it's
and
fun.
then
I remember it's funny when you did that. When we did that project, it's a Blue Rush
no, it's called Rush. It was just Rush.
or Rush, right? So I
Yeah.
remember you um sending me the video that we did, or like looking at the video. It's funny because I'm supposed to look fast, but then you didn't edit
I
it.
didn't.
So so basically, it's just me running, looking like looking so stupid,
Okay, first
and
of all,
and I was trying my best to look fast. That was
okay,
the
first of
funny.
all, yo, your boy was yeah. I didn't have the tech like the editing software that I did now, right? Like
Oh man,
I was using Windows Movie Maker, bro.
yeah,
So they didn't have that fast forward feature. So I didn't know what to do with that. And hey
it was
man,
so funny. And I
bro.
cracked my phone while filming. While we were filming that too.
Oh
Remember that?
yeah, we were in your apartment garage. That was so funny. Oh my goodness. Remember we got
Good
kicked
time.
out. We got kicked out trying to shoot that in like downtown Montreal.
In Place des Arts.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. We got kicked out because we're not allowed to be there. Which fast forward, they shot a movie there in that like kind of the area, John Wick 2,
Yes,
right? The pencil fight
yes.
and stuff like that. So hey man, we opened the doors for them.
You're welcome, Keanu.
That piano.
Yeah, no.
Oh man. Anyways, yeah, we hit the 1 hour mark. I don't know. We can always just continue this next podcast, but we're gonna end
Exactly.
off here. But thank you guys for taking the time to just listen to us just ramble about whatever. If you have any topics, questions, or even just you just want to show
Exactly.
support, leave a comment down below. Shoot us a text on our DMs on our social medias. Where can they find you again, bro? On your social media?
You guys can find me on Instagram. My handle is at DomZone. That's a D0MZONE. And yeah, I'll be on there. You can search me up on Facebook. My name is Dominique or Dom Brillantes on my hosting page. So, yeah.
Cool. And you can find me on Just Cruising, JUSTCRZING. That's mostly just like my media, social, whatever, photography page. But if you guys want to just hit us up, don't hesitate. We'll try to answer because it's sad.
Exactly. And even if you want to be on the podcast,
Yeah,
just,
for sure.
just have a conversation with us. If you have any cool stories and interesting ideas, you can hop on. Let us know.
But with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next podcast. Peace.